Here is a question nobody asks until it is too late. You have been training for months, maybe longer. Your chest is coming in, your back is getting thicker, your arms are filling out. So why do your shoulders still look like somebody forgot to finish the job? Flat from the front, non-existent from the side, zero width, zero roundness, zero presence. You have been working them in every session without realizing they have never actually been trained. Don't worry, I've got you. Here is the truth that changes everything. Your shoulders show up to every workout, but they are never the main event. Every push-up hits your front delt as a secondary mover. Every pull-up uses your rear delt as a stabilizer. Every dip has your shoulders working overtime to protect the joint, while your chest and triceps take all the credit. Being involved is not the same as being trained. And until you train your shoulders directly, with intention, with the right exercises, and with an understanding of how they actually work, you will keep getting the same flat, uninspiring result no matter how hard you push everywhere else. Your shoulders are made up of 3 distinct muscles, 3 separate heads of the deltoid. Each one does a completely different job. Each one needs to be trained directly to build the round 3-dimensional look that makes a physique actually stand out. The front delt lifts your arm forward and upward. It gets the most work from pressing movements, push-ups, dips, any kind of forward press. Most people's front delts are the strongest and most developed part of the shoulder without ever training them directly, which means they are almost certainly the least of your problems. The side delt lifts your arm out to the side. This is the muscle responsible for shoulder width, the V-taper. The reason a physique looks athletic and powerful from the front rather than narrow and flat. Basic calisthenics barely touches this muscle. Pull-ups do not train it. Push-ups do not train it. If your side delt is not being trained directly, it is not being trained at all. The rear delt sits at the back of your shoulder. It pulls your arm backward, supports your posture, and makes your shoulders look complete from every angle, not just the front. It is also the most neglected muscle in upper body training for almost every person who has never been told why it matters. Ignore it long enough, and 2 things happen. Your posture starts collapsing forward because the front of your shoulder is overpowering the back, and eventually something starts hurting that should not be hurting. That is not bad luck. That is imbalance that was always coming. Train all 3. Build all 3. That is the only path to shoulders that actually look like shoulders. Here are the 3 exercises that make that happen, and one bonus at the end that most people never discover until years into their training. Exercise 1. Pike push-ups, front delt and overhead pressing strength. If you want to build shoulder pressing strength with zero equipment, this is where you start. Not because it is easy, because it is the foundation that every advanced shoulder movement in calisthenics is built on. Handstands, handstand push-ups, pike presses, all of it traces back to this one movement. Skip it and you are building on nothing. Here is how to do it. Start in a push-up position on the floor. Walk your feet forward toward your hands until your hips are high and your body forms an upside-down V shape. Your head should be pointing toward the floor. From there, lower your head down toward the floor between your hands, not in front of them, between them. Then press back up powerfully. 2 things to get right, or this exercise trains your chest more than your shoulders. Keep your hips high the entire time. The moment your hips drop, your body angle changes and the movement starts resembling a regular push-up. And keep your elbows at roughly a 45-degree angle to your body on the way down. Elbows flaring wide turns this into something that looks strange and trains nothing correctly. When you can hit 12 clean reps with your hips high and your elbows tracked properly, it is time to progress. Elevate your feet on a chair or a box. The higher your feet, the more vertical your body becomes, and the more directly your shoulders have to press your body weight. The closer you get to fully vertical, the closer you are to a wall-supported handstand push-up. That is the progression. Work toward it. Do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Rest enough between sets to actually perform the next one well. Exercise 2. Band lateral raises, side delt, and shoulder width. This is the exercise your side delts have been waiting for. No other movement in a bodyweight-only program trains this part of your shoulder effectively. Pull-ups do not do it. Push-ups do not do it. If you want shoulder width, the kind that creates a V-taper and makes your physique look completely different from the front. This is non-negotiable. Grab a resistance band and step on the middle of it so both handles are at your sides. Stand tall. Slight bend in your elbows. Not straight arms, not deeply bent, just a slight natural bend that takes the stress off the elbow joint. From there, raise both arms out to your sides and slightly forward, not straight out to the side, slightly in front, until your hands reach shoulder height. Pause there for 1 full second, then lower slowly and with complete control. The pause at the top matters. The slow lowering matters. Both of these dramatically increase the time your side delt is under tension, and that tension is what builds the muscle. If you are swinging the band up and dropping it back down, you are training your momentum, not your shoulders. Pick a band that allows you to do 12 to 15 clean reps with full range of motion. If the band is so strong you cannot get your arms to shoulder height with controlled form, it is not making you stronger. It is making you cheat. Lighter band, full range, controlled tempo. That is what actually builds this muscle. Once 12 to 15 reps feels easy, do not immediately jump to a heavier band. First try slowing the lowering phase down to 3 seconds per rep. The same band will feel dramatically heavier, and your side delts will feel it in a way they have not before. When that becomes comfortable, then increase the band resistance. 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. This muscle responds well to higher volume, so do not cut the reps short. Exercise 3. Ring face, pulls. Rear delt, rotator cuff, and scapular control. This is the exercise almost everyone skips. And it is the exact reason most people's shoulders look incomplete from the side, why their posture rounds forward over time, and why their shoulders start hurting despite training consistently. You cannot press your way to healthy shoulders. You have to pull too. And not just pulling down in the lat direction, pulling back in the rear delt direction. This exercise does that better than anything else available in a bodyweight program. Set up your rings or a bar at upper chest to face height. Grab them with both hands and lean back so your body is on an angle. Arms extended, body straight, heels on the ground. From that starting position, pull the handles toward your face. Not toward your chest, toward your face. Keep your elbows higher than your wrists throughout the movement. At the top, let your upper back round slightly and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That rounding at the top is intentional. It maximizes rear delt activation and prevents the movement from turning into a back row where your lats take over. Pause at the top. Feel the rear delt fully contracted. Then return slowly to the starting position under complete control. If this is too difficult, take a step forward to make your body more upright. Less angle means less load. If it is too easy, walk your feet further forward so your body is closer to horizontal and more of your body weight has to be pulled. You can also elevate your feet on a box to increase the demand further. Here is why this exercise matters beyond the aesthetic benefit. Hidden inside this movement is significant rotator cuff training. The rotator cuff is a group of 4 small muscles that stabilize your shoulder joint during every upper body movement you do. You cannot see them. You cannot flex them in a mirror. But they are working in every push-up, every pull-up, every press. Neglect them, and eventually something in your shoulder starts breaking down. Train them through exercises like face pulls, and your shoulder joint stays healthy, stable, and pain-free for years of consistent training. 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Control every single rep. If you are rushing through this exercise, you are missing everything it offers. Bonus: Isometric. Shoulder holds the stability work that separates beginners from advanced athletes. Strong shoulders are one thing. Stable shoulders are another entirely. And stability is what unlocks every advanced calisthenics movement. Handstands, planche progressions, ring work, while keeping your shoulders injury-free through all of it. The tool is simple. Support holds on parallel bars or rings. Lock yourself in the top position of a dip. Arms extended, shoulders packed down and away from your ears, body controlled. Hold it. No movement. Just complete active tension for as long as you can maintain it cleanly. The key detail is shoulders packed down. If your shoulders are shrugging up toward your ears, you are not building stability. You are building a habit that will eventually hurt you. Shoulders down, chest tall, core tight, body completely still. That is the hold. When the bars feel manageable, try ring support holds. The rings want to move, and your shoulders have to fight for stability constantly. That constant stabilizing demand is what builds the deep shoulder control that no pressing or raising exercise can replicate. Start with 3 to 5 holds of 15 to 30 seconds. Build from there as your stability improves. Your shoulders are involved in every single upper body movement you do. Every push-up, every pull-up, every dip, every press, every ring movement. If they are weak, everything else suffers. If they are strong, everything else gets easier. Pike push-ups build the pressing foundation. Band lateral raises build the width. Ring face pulls build the rear delt and protect the joint. Isometric holds lock in the stability that makes all of it last. Train all 4. Train them consistently. And the shoulders you have been waiting for will stop being something you notice on other people and start being something other people notice on you. If you want more of this, I've got you. Like and subscribe for tips and tricks for the everyday grind.